Well, hello there. Welcome to my channel. Today I have some couple of questions that I want to discuss with you. These are questions that you are likely to meet in your exams. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Right, so the first question we'll be tackling is simplify without using mathematical tables or calculator. 4 whole number 1 over 4 minus 3 whole number 1 over 2 plus 3 whole number 1 over 8 all over 3 whole number 2 over 5 of 1 whole number 1 over 4 divided by 2 whole number 5 over 6. Alright, so what you realize is all these are mixed fractions. Okay, so how do you go about this question? All right, it's quite easy, but just that it being written this way looks a bit clumsy. But once you break it down step by step, you realize it's quite easy. Okay, so to solve this question, what we are going to do is we must first change this fractions, this mixed fractions into improper fraction. Okay, so how do we go about that? To change a mixed fraction to an improper fraction. All right, to do this, what we do is you first take the denominator here, okay, and then you multiply it by the whole number, and then you add the numerator to the number. Okay, so taking the first one, for instance, we have 4 whole number 1 over 4. So to change it to an improper fraction, you take the 4, multiply it by the 4, which will give you 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. Okay, so now this implies we are getting 17 over 4 for the first one. So the second one is 2 times 3, which will give you 6, plus 1, which gives you 7. Okay, so we have 7 over 2 for the second one, and then plus 8 times 3, which is 24, plus 1, which is 25. So we have 25 over 8. Now we come to the denominators. We have 3 whole number 2 over 5. All right, so 5 times 3 will give us 15, and 15 plus 2 is what? 17. Good. And then the next one is 4 times 1, which is 4, plus 1 will give us 5 over 4 divided by, and then now we have here 6 times 2, which is 12. 12 plus 5 will give us 17. So we have 17 over 6. Good. Now the question, what do we do next? Now you can see that when you look at the top side over here, you realize that we have what? Minus and plus. Okay, so minus and plus are like brothers and sisters in a brother and a sister in Bodmas. Okay, so whenever you are working with fractions that has operations such as addition and subtraction, you can always work with them together. Okay, so in this case we can find the LCM for the 3 fractions because we are dealing with what? addition and subtraction. Okay, if this place were to be multiplication, we cannot go ahead to find LCM for the three fractions. We'll deal with one part and then we'll join it with the other part. Okay, but luckily for us, we have what? Minus and addition, so we can quickly find the LCM for the three fractions. Okay, so what is LCM? LCM simply means least common multiple. Okay, so we want to know the number which 4 can divide, 2 can divide, and 8 can also divide. And not just any number, we want the least number they can all divide. And considering that, you realize that if we pick the LCM to be 8, pick the LCM to be 8, you realize that 4 can divide 8 2 times, 2 can also divide 8 4 times, and 8 can also divide 8 once. So 8 is our guy. All right, so now what do we do next? So now that we found the LCM to be 8, we want to see how many times 4 can go into 8, and then we multiply it by the 17 here. How many times 2 will go into 8? We multiply it by the 7 here. And then how many times will 8 go into 8? Multiply it by the 25 over here. Okay, good. So let's box on. So now we've gotten our LCM nicely, which is 8. So realize that 4 will go into 8 2 times, and 2 times 17 will give you 34. Okay, 2 will go into 4, 2 will go into 8 4 times, and 4 times 7 gives you 28. Okay, now what about 8? 8 will go into 8 once, and then 8 and 1 times 25 is 25. Okay, so yes, we are almost there. So now that we've done this nicely, the next part is to subtract the 28 from the 34, and then we add 25 to it. Okay, and down here we did something. We have 17 over 5 times 5 over 4, and then with division and multiplication, they are also brother and sister in Bodmas. Okay, so whenever you have division, to be able to simplify, you have to change it to multiplication, because when you change it to multiplication, that is where you can cancel. Okay, if you have division and you don't change it into multiplication, then you cannot work or you cannot simplify. Is that okay? All right, so remember this: if you have multiplication or division, do not try to find the LCM. That will be a taboo. Okay, you cannot find LCM when it is multiplication or division. Okay, when it is multiplication or division, when it is division, you change it to multiplication and then you cancel. If it is multiplication, you just go ahead and see whether you can cancel or not. Okay, so now that we've changed this to multiplication, the question is, you see here we have 17 over 6, but here we have 6 over 17. What happened? Okay, so the good news is whenever you have division, you are at liberty to change it to multiplication so that you can cancel. But once you do that, the fraction to your right must reciprocate. Okay, so if this was 17 over 6, once we change the sign or the operation to multiplication, the 17 over 6 must change to 6 over 17. It doesn't matter the fraction. Once the operation sign changes, the fraction must reciprocate. Good. So now we are getting closer to the end. So you realize that this 17 here can cancel this 17, and this 4 can be cancelled by 2 times, and this 6 can be cancelled by 2 3 times. Okay, this 5 will also cancel itself. So the down here we are left with just 3 over 2. And top here we have 34 minus 28. And 34 minus 28 is, what does it give us? It gives us 6. Okay, so 6 plus 25. What does it give us? It gives us 31. Okay, so now let's see what happens next. All right, so we realize that we have what, 31 over 8 left. Okay, and the down here we have only 3 over 2 left. Okay, so this huge question, we've reduced it to this. But now we have something nice here. When you get to this part, you are almost there. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Yes, you don't have to let this confuse you. This only means that the 31 over 8 is being divided by 3 over 2. So what can we do? This is what it means. So we said that whenever we are dealing with division, to be able to simplify, we need to change the division operation to multiplication so that we can, cancel. Okay, so in doing that, and when you do that, when you change this operation sign to multiplication, immediately you have to reciprocate the fraction to your right, just like we did to this guy. So let's try it. So now this is what we are going to have. Okay, we have 31 over 8 times, you realize that now this side is 2, the numerator has become 2, and the denominator has become 3. Okay, the numerator was 3 over here, and then denominator was 2, but here it has changed to what, 2 over 3, because we reciprocated the fraction to our right. Good. So now that we have this, what can we do? We realize that 2 will cancel itself once. 2 will go into 8 4 times. Good. So can 3 divide 31? No, I don't think so. So once you have this, the next thing to do is to just multiply what is left. So 31 times 1, and then 4 times 3. Okay, so 31 times 1 will remain 31. 4 times 3 will give us 12. Okay, so our answer is 31 over 12. Okay, so we don't end it there. We continue to leave our answer in a mixed fraction form. Okay, so to change this improper fraction to a mixed fraction or mixed number, you see how many times will 12 go into 31. Okay, the 12 will go into 31 two times, then it will be left with, which will give you what, 24, and then it will be left with what, 7 to get 31. So the remainder, you will leave it at the numerator side. Okay, so 12 goes into 31 two times, remaining 7. Okay, so now this 31 over 12 is equal to 2 whole number, 7 over 12. All right, so that is our final answer. Okay, remember the question says you should simplify without using mathematical tables or calculator. So this means the question wants to see some key elements in your solution. Okay, the examiners want to see some key elements in your solution that tells them that you understand the concept. You know, if this were to be objectives, we can just punch all of this on a calculator and the calculator will give us the answer. Okay, so to tackle this question and get the full marks, you need to go through the steps. Okay, go through the steps. You don't start from here and then jump straight to this side. No, you have to go through the steps. Okay, yes, good. So that is the end of the video. I'll leave